I tried to make this video once like 6 months ago, and then I just like filmed it and didn't do anything with it. So hopefully you see this one, but this also might just live in the ether forever. I guess I'll start off by saying if you have no idea who I am, which you probably don't, I'm Steph. I'm a small business owner. I have a handmade goods business that's focused mainly on fragrance-based products. So I do candles, perfume, reed diffusers, that kind of stuff. And I started my business almost exactly 4 years ago and started making behind the scenes videos like within the first year and posting them on YouTube. It took me like almost 2 years to get monetized, I think. Maybe a little over 2 years. Honestly, I don't have the exact timeline. I should probably write it down somewhere. But I remember thinking when I got monetized that I was like, this is it. I'm gonna be financially free now. I can quit making stuff. I'll just be a YouTube creator, make videos and make money off of it. Have like all this like schedule freedom. This is gonna change everything. As I'm sure you can imagine, not the case. And if anything, it became really challenging to figure out what to post, figure out how to change my approach to YouTube now that I was monetized, because I felt like I did need to adjust how I was approaching it now that it was actually making me money. But what actually happened was I made videos up until about April of 2024, and I haven't made a long form video since. And I think what I'm hoping with this video is to just be like kind of a cautionary tale in a helpful way of why I think that happened and what I would do differently to avoid what I guess is like the writer's block equivalent of making content, but it was very like self-sabotaging, self-inflicted, and I just want to like talk through my thoughts on it to hopefully be helpful. So ultimately, I think there are like two big reasons why I stopped making content, and the second one is what I think is like the main reason I stopped doing it. But the first one I just want to touch on because it's also so real and something that didn't really occur to me until farther along in my YouTube journey. And that is unfortunately like mean slash troll slash like uncomfortable comments in the comment section. On the whole, especially because of what I do, like I'm a handmade business owner, a lot of people find me because they're also trying to start a soap making business or a candle making business. I overwhelmingly get the nicest, most supportive comments. I've talked about it before in other videos. It is so heartwarming to me to be making genuine connections with people and hopefully genuinely helping people. You all leave like the nicest comments for me. It makes me, I get them in my email and I open them at random times, and it just like, sometimes they make me tear up. It's so rewarding. I love that aspect of it. That was something I didn't really expect to experience when I started making videos. I didn't think it would feel so real connecting with people who I didn't know. And some of you even messaged me through my website or on Instagram, and I love all of that. So many nice things. But on the flip side of that, shortly after I was monetized, I got like a really weird comment on one of my videos. It was unlike any comment I had ever gotten before. It was vaguely threatening, not to me personally or like my privacy, but threatening to my business. I didn't delete it because I don't really believe in deleting comments unless they're offensive, and this wasn't, I mean, aside from offending me personally, I don't think it was like largely offensive, but it made me extremely uncomfortable. Mostly because I didn't really understand, one, didn't really understand what they were saying, and secondly, it just, I don't know, it felt like the earliest stages of an attack. Which might be an overreaction. I've always been someone who's like very sensitive and very paranoid. I watch a lot of TV. I'm sure that I'm taking things to the extreme, but I really didn't like the feeling. It made me a little bit sick to my stomach. I have kids. I don't like the idea that somebody would like be trying to come at me with that kind of negativity. So that really freaked me out. I think overall, the concept of being more visible and more people recognizing my face or knowing more things about me is a really mixed bag. There's no way to sort of make this kind of content without more people seeing who you are, and I really like helping the people that I do help. And those of you who have said like, I miss your content, I hope you're doing okay, I love that. That's so sweet and thoughtful. But this one was a very different tone. I also, I feel so out of touch saying this, but I think it's possible it was even a bot because I clicked on the profile and the profile had been created the same day that the comment was made. So it's possible it wasn't even a real person, but it still represented something very real for me, which is that the more I grow my channel, the more people that will see me, the more people will know things about me and who I am. It just, I don't know, I had a little bit of a panic about it, and that definitely caused me to shut down on that side of things. And then the second, I think ultimately main reason why I stopped creating content was that I really didn't enjoy the creative process around making videos anymore. After I'd been monetized, it changed in my head a little bit what kind of content I should make, and I really focused on I need to make videos that will get more views and therefore make me money from this. I do spend a lot of time filming and editing these videos and creating everything that you have to create to post something. And so if I'm gonna put all that time into it and take it away from making products or promoting my business, I need it to also generate income. So it is really difficult to navigate the balance between the advice you get that says make content that's authentic to you, make things you're passionate about, and that's what will get you views, versus people who are like, even Ali Abdaal, like one of the largest creators, says that like making content just for yourself isn't going to grow your channel. You have to make content for what people want. So you get really conflicting advice. And my personal experience was that when I made videos that felt like creative and artistically fulfilling to me, they did not do as well as a video that was like, here's my shower steamer recipe, which is, it's not exciting for me to make. I'm happy to help people and I'm very open with a lot of things about my business. I have no trouble sharing that stuff, but it's not fun to film. It's just like it's kind of boring. So when I was getting the feedback that that's the stuff that people wanted, it sort of took the wind out of my sails because I like the more creative stuff. And I felt like, well, no one cares about that. You're the only one that cares about that. So if you're going to make videos like that, you're not going to make any money from them. You're going to spend all this time doing it. And for what? Yes, my own creative fulfillment is valuable, but I have a lot on my plate at this stage of my life. So taking time to do something like that without an ROI at the moment it's kind of like a hard pill to swallow. So the more it became clear that the type of content I was gonna have to make in order to like really make money off of this was content I wasn't as excited about making, I think it was really hard to keep doing it. And I'm also someone that like, once I have the inertia of not doing something, it's so hard for me to convince myself that I should do it again. It was so easy to stop making content, and I'm still making money from it. So that's the other thing that's really tough, is that I'm making about half a month of what I was making when I was actively posting. So at that point it's like, okay, do I do nothing and still make half as much off of the videos that are already up there? Or do I put all this time into videos I'm not that excited about and make twice as much? Which, to be clear, when I say half, I mean like $50. I made up to like $150 one month, I think, when I had a really popular video. But that's like as much as I've ever made in a month. So this isn't game-changing money. It's exciting. Don't get me wrong, I am excited about it. And it's like really fun to see money come through extremely passively. But it wasn't making enough of a difference to do any of that. And I know that that changes if I really commit to this, but I feel like I have so many commitments in my life already, and I don't know that I have the patience at this moment to put all the work into this that I need to in order to make it successful. Some of the approaches I'm considering in order to change my feelings around this whole process and wanting to stay motivated around YouTube is, one, hiring an editor. I'm kind of overwhelmed by that concept. I worry that like vetting somebody and fronting the money without knowing how it'll turn out is, I don't know, that's tough for me to wrap my head around. But I also know that in terms of saving time, editing is so time consuming. Also, it really messes with your head to just stare at your face and listen to your voice for like hours on end while you're editing. I hate that part. If I could erase that from my life, 100% I would. So that's something I'm definitely considering. I'm also considering ignoring the whole picking content just to get views. Ultimately, I think this journey for me has to be about creativity and expression. And if it's not about that, I don't know that I want to do it. I'm sure that that will hinder my ability to make money from this channel, but ultimately, like, I don't want to keep making boring videos. And if I can find a way to make the things that viewers want interesting and creative, then that's the dream. I haven't gotten there yet, clearly, but I'm hoping that that's something I can figure out down the road. Again, I really do love the feedback I get from viewers, so please don't stop suggesting things that you want to see from me, asking me questions. I would love to share more of my process as a business owner because I think, especially in the handmade goods space, it's hard for me to find anyone locally to get advice from. And so I really do think if you're starting a business, it's easiest to find this stuff online. So I really do want to share that when I can. It's just sometimes it's hard for me to film in my studio. It's such a mess and like the lighting is unpredictable. And sometimes I'm just like feeling really grubby because I just show up in like clothes that are gonna get damaged because I'm making things. And so it's hard to get on camera, whatever. There's like a lot that plays into it. But I do appreciate and really value the feedback you guys give me while you're watching these. So I'm definitely open to that. And on the whole, this is something that I enjoy. I like the overall idea of making videos and I want to get back into it because I think it's fun. And I think I have this like weird opportunity to be able to do it. So I don't want to keep like being my own worst enemy and overthinking everything. So we'll see. I don't even know if this video is going to get editing. As I'm saying this out loud to all of you, I don't even know if I'll edit this video and post it. I think I've experienced burnout in so many other areas of my life that this one was unique in the sense that it was really easy to just drop it. Other things that I have in my life don't feel so easy to let go of. And so I sort of just keep doing them through the burnout, which I also don't think is great. So everything is always about like learning more about how to not feel so stressed out about everything and enjoying it and appreciating it. So that's ultimately where I'm trying to focus my energy, and it takes a lot of work because it goes against my nature. I just really want to end this by thanking anyone who's watched and commented. It might feel sort of one-sided because I'm not great about responding to things, but I see everything. I really appreciate it, and that's why I'm making this video now, is because I know there are people out there looking for community or guidance, and anything I can offer, I really want to share. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Maybe something else is coming, maybe it's not, but either way, thanks.